Now we're going to take the discussion which we were having yesterday further about economies of scale, imperfect competition, and international trade. And yesterday we talked about one formal version of intra-industry trade model. And there is another version of intra-industry trade model which we're going to talk about today. So let's start with the graph. You have price and average cost on the vertical axis while you have number of firms on the horizontal axis, and we have drawn this as a negative curve, this P curve. See, note that all firms, they are selling at the same price. I'll explain the reason why do you have a negatively sloped curve. Note that all firms, they are selling at the same price, all firms. This is in spite of the fact that products are little differentiated. Products are differentiated, but still firms are facing the same price, right? Now, the price of the product and the number of the firms, right? The price of the product and the number of the firms is negatively sloped. That means larger is the number of the firms in the industry, lower is the product price. So if you have more number of firms here, the price of the product is low, and this is particularly because the competition is greater or it is more intense with more firms in the industry. So why do you have a negatively sloped P curve, right? So why do you have negatively sloped P curve? This is particularly because competition is greater or more intense competition is greater or more intense with more firms in the industry. Right. So this is true. I mean, when you have more competition in the industry, so more competition is going to bring down the price, right? So you have a negatively sloped P curve, which you have. Well, if you look at it, the relationship between the cost and the number of firms is positive. So let us draw that relation too. The relationship between cost and this curve is positive. Cost and number of firms is positive. So this relationship is positive. Okay. So you have a positive relationship here. So you have a positive relationship here. And so it means that the larger the number of firms, more cost industry has to face, right? So when more firms, they produce a given industry output, each firm's share of the industry output will be smaller, right? So each firm will incur higher average cost of production. So what do you mean by that? You are saying when number of firms increase, right? Number of firms, they are increasing, then, and they are producing a given industry output Now this given industry output, it will be distributed